Okay, team, tomorrow marks a very, very important day as we're going to get a macro closure that happens only once a year, right? And this is going to be the closure of the 6-month chart, the quarterly chart, the bi-monthly, the monthly, and the weekly all tomorrow. Okay, you guys, so that actually happens, of course, right? Semi-annual just once a year, right? Because it's 6 months. So we have to look at that potential and watch out for our assets. Okay, so yes, we definitely got some pressures to the downside, but let's see what we can do as far as finding out what that support can be for the next days. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by. Once again, this is ARCa coming at you with a COSM technicals and raw price action thread of analysis on this Thursday. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa Bulls. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, team, this is the monthly chart for COSM, and this is kind of a good area for us to find areas of support beyond the 297 that we know, right? So this would be the 297 of this monthly iteration here, the prior month, right? So as you can see here, there is a couple others, right? So what we can do is take into consideration that support zone just in the event to where the price action tends to reject from those zones. Okay, so we'll take here from this low of this candle, which is right here on the L. You can see that it's 286, right? So we can go ahead and mark that off and mark it off to the, let's see. Yeah, I would say maybe to around this candle here, right? So let's go ahead and do that. To about 293. So in the event to where we actually face a further capitulation, then yeah, we can actually face this that support level there. Okay, so just in case, all right, you guys. I'm not saying that we're going there. I'm just saying that there is a possibility that we can continue to the downside, and we need to be as creative as we can with the tools that we have. Let's look at the next chart, okay, guys? So here in this chart here, I've actually marked, this is a chart that you've been seeing for a while too. This is consistent to the broadening descending wedge that we've been riding here on the 3-day time frame, right? So the bottom side of this chop zone that I have here is located at 291, right? So it's very similar to the support levels that we were just looking at here on the monthly time frame, being the 289 to 293, right? So right smack in the middle of that 291 looks like I already had it in, right? 291 being the 0 fib too. Okay, so and I mean, please remember too that we have actually experienced some significant bounces, particularly from that 291 level, even to 289 down here, right, or 286, whatever that was. So huge upsides have happened from there. All right, so we have to keep an eye on those things too. Let's move on to the next chart and see what else we have in line here. Okay, team. So actually, we can look at this, right? So this is the area that we had marked off as the 297 bottom, okay? So just in case, this is actually the play that we were following more than anything, right? I actually replied in Twitter to someone saying that I'm also expecting a touch of the 298, today. And it just so happens that price action is literally there right now in the after hours, right? So it ended up happening. Okay, so huge. Yeah, this poses a little bit of danger. Okay, because this can essentially flash price action towards the downside. Another thing that I would have to point out here is that before we've actually made these huge parabolic runs, there have been these capitulation periods before an upside, right? So it looks like we could get that what could be known as a shakeout. Okay, so if it is a shakeout, then yeah, we may be able to actually apply some pressures on the short sellers, and we could actually move onwards and upwards, right? But it's entirely conditional over the price action and the sentiment overall. So we should keep a keen eye on that. Okay, let's make sure to not pull away from this and fall asleep, because we can get trapped if something negative happens, right? So anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the last part of the analysis, and this is actually going to be the RSI. Please notice here that the RSI 30-minute is suggesting a continuation to the downside, and it's crossing beneath the SMA 14 represented by the pink line. This is a pretty fast time frame to live out. Remember, okay, same situation here on the bi-hourly time frame, crossing that below that SMA 14. In this particular case, the 4-hour is finding resistance from the 14 and suggesting a continuation to the downside, not so aggressively, but still. Okay, and now as we're starting to jump into higher term timeframes, there's no clear indication of a support from the RSI. But if we jump into the 5-day, this could be the most relevant support that I can see right here. And the reason why is, yes, you're saying ARCa, it's crossing beneath the 14-day simple moving average. Isn't that bearish? Well, yeah, it is. But there's still one more support here, and that would be the gravitational zone of the bear strength percentile. So we can still face a support there, right? Face a support and then a bounce to the upside here. So the 5-day would essentially be the saving grace, aka the weekly, aka we're closing it tomorrow, right? So there is a potential that we can get that bounce. There's nothing guaranteed in the markets, you guys. We can only look at the charts and speculate, right? We can always take a look at the higher probability statistics and play that narrative. Okay, team. So let's go ahead and just kind of keep an eye on our asset here, because there is a danger here to face a further capitulation. You already know the targets that we're looking at, okay? But remember, first and foremost, that I am not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very, very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.